The next 20 seconds will determine whether you'll move forward in 2026 or abandon your list of goals in less than 2 weeks. Here's how we'll build your 2026 plan today. Part 1 is defining where do you want to be by December of 2026. Part 2 is mapping out your outcomes from Q1 to Q4 based on what's actually happening this year. And Part 3 is building habits that support you on a regular Wednesday night at 11:30 p.m. instead of on just this month on January. I'm Korean and we have a phrase for this. 작심삼일. Your determination lasts 3 days max. By the end of this video, you'll have a one-page 2026 plan. For the past 8 years, I advise Fortune 500 leaders on strategy that incorporated long-term outlook, not just vibes. Companies don't plan without scanning the landscape first, and you shouldn't either. So let's start with the end in mind. Most people treat every year like a blank slate, but it's not. It's a Winter Olympics year, a major World Cup year, an AI tipping point, the United States turning 250, US midterm elections, plus political elections all over the world, and it's a year of heightened geopolitical tension. Here's why that matters for you. If you try to switch jobs around July instead of March, you'll likely run into hiring freezes. If you wait to upskill until April, you'll miss a crucial window. If you don't build a financial cushion by May, Q3 might catch you unprepared. The problem is, generic goal setting ignores context and timing. You're asking to upgrade yourself in health, career, finances, relationships, all crammed in January. When the reality is, the year has a natural window and season for each of these. Here are the underlying themes I took away from all these reports, and the most crucial 3 that matters for you. From Q1 to Q2, AI skills opportunity window. Q2 is a career mobility peak. And then Q3, geopolitical volatility spike. Here's the high-level map we're working toward. Q1 is building AI and system leverage. Q2 is executing career moves while hiring and budgets are most flexible. And Q3 is understanding the noise and the policy risk. And Q4 is reviewing your year and getting ready for 2027. And notice that I kept Q4 relatively open on purpose, and more on that later. So point number 1, by mid-2026, most workplaces will treat AI tools just like emails and Excel. It's why don't you already know this? The World Economic Forum projects that 39% of workers' core skills will change by 2030, with AI and data among the fastest growing areas. That means the first 3 months of 2026 is either you get ahead of the curve or fall behind. So Q1 is your leverage and upskilling quarter. You want to go from, I've tried ChatGPT, to I have a repeatable automation that saves me hours every week. Especially if you work in knowledge work, the first 3 months of this year is when you will either be the person who brings in cool AI tools and tricks to your teams, or watch someone else do it and feel left behind. You're building foundation and proof points that will bring you into Q2. Second force is on career mobility. Earlier in the years is not typically the super hot job market. It's more cautious. A lot of labor market reports predict that this year will be modest in growth with slower hiring and tighter competition. Companies will be pickier in experience, skills, and essentially what you bring to the table, given all the AI investments and automation that's happening. This combination creates a very specific pattern. So Q1 is when companies plan. Annual plans, budgets, strategies, headcounts, and decisions get set or revisited. And Q2 is when they move. The roles open, promotions are finalized, internal transfers get approved. I know my last video on the job market and my disappointment is something I've been continuing to work on. So I'm really hoping this year will be different. If you're thinking I want to switch jobs, I want to move industries, or I want to go for promotion, then your year looks something like this. In Q1, you tighten your list of core skills, stories, and resume. You build 1 or 2 concrete proof points, a project case study, or even a portfolio that demonstrates that you can work with new tools in your domain. And reconnect with 5 to 10 people, your former managers, ex-colleagues, classmates, mentors, and even clients. Q2 is when they predict the highest opportunity to make a move. Have formal promotion conversations. There is no incentives for a company to give you a promotion unless you ask for it. Apply and interview at places where budgets are still flexible. And say yes to being more visible. Whether it's cross-functional projects, planning fun events in the office. In this kind of cautious but stabilizing job market, Q1 is when you get ready. Imagine yourself getting ready for a big sports event and you're an athlete. You need to get your foundation straight. Q2 is the most realistic window of opportunity opening up. The third force is volatility. By the middle of this year, you'll see 3 layers stacking on top of each other. US elections and global politics, and a more fragmented world. A 250th anniversary year with big narratives about competitiveness, direction in the next 50 years. Months before the election, the markets and companies will start pricing in tax, regulation, and spending risks. And even outside the US, you'll see this ripple of political impact. The thing is, we don't control any of that. But you do control whether you walk into the second half of the year prepared or exposed. So what this means is the first half of the year, you quietly build resilience before things blow up in headlines and policies. This means you'll have 3 to 6 months of emergency funds, clean up any high interest debt. You do not want to be surprised in August when your company announces a reorg or the market spikes. Now let's make this usable. Get out a piece of pen and paper. A little thinking now will save you months of wasted effort later. We can time box it. Step 1, 3 minutes. Step 2, 3. And step 3, 4. In the first 3 minutes, you'll map your 2026. For each quarter, quickly write down on the first row what's happening around the world. For instance, hiring cycle, elections, or major events that will really impact you. And then the second row is around what's happening in your personal life. Maybe you have a big reunion coming up, or major deadlines, anniversaries, or birthdays you want to celebrate together. You're just annotating the year. No goals yet, just giving context on writing them on paper. Pause the video here if you need to. Now choose one major focus for each quarter, not 10. For instance, Q1 might be around building AI fluency by using Tool X to automate one workflow. And Q2 could be around make a career move, promotion, or job switch. And Q3 could be about building and reviewing my financial resilience and investing strategy. In Q4, review the year so far and design 2027. Everything else is a supporting material that should go in the appendix. Your monthly and weekly habits are not separate resolution. They're just tactics that serve one quarterly strategy. Now, step 3. For 4 minutes, let's bridge strategy into daily actions. A plan only works when you actually survive a Wednesday 11:30 p.m. when you're dead tired but still have a meeting tomorrow at 6 a.m. True story. This is how you bridge quarterly strategy to daily tactics, a 60-second evening log. I call it the 작심 로그, your determination log. Studies on Habit Foundation show that doing the same action at a consistent time and briefly reflecting on what helped or blocked you dramatically improves follow-through. So for me, this is Fridays at 4 p.m. for a weekly review. At the end of each day, I ask, did today build upon my quarter goal? If yes, write what you did. If no, write briefly what got in the way and what tiny adjustment you hope to make tomorrow. That's it. This is a really quick way that I keep myself accountable on a daily basis so that all my days add up to a quarter. I will say that this approach takes a little bit more time up front. You can't just copy last year's goals. And you do have to think about timing, context, and some trade-offs for that year. But the payoff is great. Your goals actually shape into the year with the current events and the year that you have planned with your personal events. You're not trying to overhaul your career, finances, and health all in the same 1 month. You're essentially playing quarterly games. Good things take time, and your progress will not show up on a weekly basis. It's important to review your time by taking a step back and looking at a focused view of 3 months and seeing how you spent your time to work toward that goal. If you hate any kind of structure, this might not be your style. I get it. But if you're tired of forgetting your goals by Feb or March, then this is how you build a plan that actually fits reality. So here's a question for you. How many times did your goals fail in the past because you lacked discipline? And how many times did a goal fail because you were fighting the calendar? Most people think 작심삼일 happens because they're weak. But the reality is the year has seasons and takes a shape. So your goal should fit that shape, not go against it. A quarterly plan that aligns with what's happening in the year ahead isn't extra work. It's a difference between being strategic versus winging it and hoping it's gonna work out. So here's what I want you to do right after this. Open a note right now, get a piece of paper and write Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And for each quarter, write one thing happening in the world and one thing happening in your life. Then ask yourself, does my current plan and goal fit this reality or does it go against it? If you're also interested in the weekly plan, I have a video for you. I hope this video was helpful and Happy New Year. Please let me know in the comments below what part of this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching and remember to come back to my next video topic on Let's go!
It's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over.